Hi everybody, welcome to the Dan the DM YouTube channel. I'm Dan. Today I'm going to show you how I 3D print and put together the aspect of Tiamat. Stick around. Hi everybody, thanks for sticking around. I just thought for this video I might throw out some commentary. These are just a few pictures of the printer doing its job. And this is where the real fun begins, getting the prints off the build plate. For everyone screaming, me not having gloves on, I apologize. I'm being really careful not to touch the resin. If anyone's interested in this 3D print, I'll put a link down in the description to it. It's actually a free print. It's actually a free model. So here you see I've got my gloves on, and I actually have to touch the resin. It's in an alcohol bath, that's what's going on there. Next thing we have to do is cure the resin. Here I'm using a nail polish dryer to do it. It's a trick I found. I haven't bought a washer dryer combination, washer curer combination yet. This really does a great job. Here we go. These are the cured pieces. If anybody can tell me what's wrong with this picture, leave a note down in the comments. You'll find out later in the video. So each one of these pieces has basically a piece design that you see I'm cleaning off here. Has a piece designed to plug into another receptacle. Main thing I noticed about this print is all of the pieces are a little bit too big to join together, so I had to do a lot of cleaning. Anytime that you're doing any kind of sanding like I'm doing or filing resin, be sure and wear a respirator. This is creating a lot of dust, and that resin is toxic, so you don't want to be breathing in that dust. You probably should really be wearing gloves as well. But don't be like me, wear gloves. Trying to determine the best order to do things in, I decided to do the tail and then the wings. This really helped keep the model balanced when I went to put it together. I could have probably done the wings last, but I really thought that they might the actual heads and the necks of the dragon heads might get in the way. Clean that one up. Other than just having to clean them up to make them fit themselves end up being really nice. I really did take my time, went really slow so that I didn't over clean them. What you're going to see, one thing you're going to notice is I'm using super glue, but I'm also using an accelerant. You may have seen in a previous video of my Undead Dragon where I discovered that. I actually picked that up on another YouTube channel. Or here I'm going to the Patreon page, so I can pull up the model and actually see exactly how to assemble the heads, because it's a little difficult. What I did not include on this is the hour I spent looking at the wrong model. So, just in case you're ever trying to assemble a model that's this complicated, make sure you're looking at the right picture. That really helps. Yes, every piece had to be cleaned and filed down a bit. So what you're seeing here in about 10 minutes probably took me about 3 hours to assemble. But I'm not complaining, because the end result is more than worth it, and the work put into this model is incredible. Extremely grateful for the model that he's put out. So here you can see whoever said he printed 2 of the same heads and not the center red dragon head would be right. You're a winner. Yeah, after all that, I realized I was missing one of the heads when I printed it. But you know what? I guess that's the benefit of having a 3D printer. I can go back and print them again. So time to assemble everything. Using the super glue with the accelerant is such a lifesaver, especially in something like this. The downside is you have to be very careful and make sure you've got it in the place you want it. It's just when it sticks, it sticks. Oh, here's a little bit later after I have printed the new print. That didn't take long, did it? Yeah, it took about an hour and a half. Miracle of video. So one thing I noticed is at the seams, the model isn't perfectly lined up. So what I decided to do, what you're going to see next, oh, you get to see the model in 3 different directions. Sorry, just having a little fun there. So what I'm going to do is actually take a little bit of clear resin that I used to print it, and I'm actually going to go over every seam and every joint and paint a little bit on. And then what I've done is I've brought out my UV light. What you're going to see is I'm going to put some of the resin on, and I'm going to apply the UV light to it. The resin cures really quickly. Standard cure time for me is I usually do 30 seconds, but here I'm doing a little bit faster because I'm not curing very much of it. This was kind of me just getting an idea if this was going to work. So I went over every joint on the dragon, applying a little bit of additional resin. One, I'm using it to try to maybe close up the seams a little bit. I think where this will work really well would be if I was going to then come back and put a primer coat on it, then it would really make it invisible. But here I am, going over each piece. Finally, I just used the UV light, kind of went over the entire thing. Just trying to capture everything that I've done. Did it for about 60 seconds this week. So, here she is. I did put a clear coat on her. Just trying to bring out the clear resin I used. But I'm really happy with the results. Thanks for watching my video. If you enjoyed it, please hit like, leave a comment, share it with your friends, and if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe to the channel. Thanks again for watching the video, and I'll see you next time.